Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today is another stitch tutorial and we will be learning how to do this stitch. When you look at it you might think, well, that's the Alpine stitch, but it isn't. This is the ripple stitch. It's a little less dense, a little more airy than an Alpine. You can actually see the holes, and this is a washcloth I made with this stitch, and this is using Big Twist. It says it's a size 4, but it's a little thinner than a 4, and I used a 4.0 millimeter hook with this, and I still have, spaces that you don't have with the Alpine. But if you wanted to make something, say, with an Alpine or like an Alpine stitch but not as dense and thick, then this would be the stitch to use. So let's go ahead and learn how to do this. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using my trusty random 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook. This stitch is done with a multiple of 2 plus 1, and then you want to add 2 for your base chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for my base. Whoops, got caught on. Then I'm going to add 1, and then I'm going to add 2. All right, and we start in the 3rd chain from the hook, and we put in a double crochet. And then we're going to put a double crochet in all the way across. And if you want to do this as a chainless foundation double crochet, you would do a multiple of 2 plus 1. So it has to be an odd number. Oops. Ha! And as usual, my yarn does not want to cooperate. This is a 3-row repeat. So let's go ahead and get this on here. Like so. And now let's just double check. So I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1. I'm good. Now we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and we are going to put a single crochet into every one of our stitches all the way across. Just like so. Now we're going to turn our work. We are going to put a double crochet into this very first stitch. I like to use a double stack so that I put in a single crochet and then I go through that side loop right there, pull up a loop, go through 2. Now we're going to wrap twice and we are going to go down into this stitch. We're going down 2 rows. So that's our first one and this is our second. We're going into this one and we're going to do a front post treble crochet. So you wrap twice, you go down, you put your hook into the right side of that stitch, go behind and come out the other side. Then you're going to wrap your yarn and pull it through, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull through, and wrap, pull through. Now we're going to go to the next stitch and put in a double. And this is what we're going to do all the way across. We've already got that stitch done, so we're going to go into this one and do a front loop, a front post treble crochet. And then into the next stitch, and we've already got this one, so we're going into this one. Once you get this first row of these done, it's a lot easier. So that stitch right there is our double, so we're going to come into this one and do our front post treble. That covers this stitch right here. So we're going into this one with a double. Then we're coming down and we're doing a front post treble. That's that stitch. We're going to do a double. Then we're going to come down to this one and do a front post treble. That covers that stitch, so we're going to go into this one. Then we're coming down to this stitch. And we're going to do, no, we're not doing a double, we're doing a treble. That covers that one, and then we're just going to go in here and put in a double. So that you have a treble, a double, treble, double, treble, double, treble, double, treble. And all your trebles are front post. Okay. Now, chain 1 and turn, and we're going to put a single. Every time we turn and we have the wrong side, that's a single. Okay, then we turn. All right, we're going to put in a double in our first stitch, and if you prefer, you can do a chain 2 or chain 3. Okay, what we want to do now is we don't want to put our front post trebles over the ones that we already have. We want to use the other one. And we're always going down to that row of double crochets. So we're going to just do 2 double crochets. Then we're going to go ahead into this double, and we're going to do a front post treble. And that's how we're going to do it all along. That covers that stitch, so we're going into this one. And then we're going down into this one to do our treble. And then that is our double. And then our treble front post. And then our double. And then we're going to go do our front post treble. And then our double. Front post treble. And then we have 2 stitches left, and we're going to go ahead and put a double crochet into each of those. That's our repeat, you guys. Okay, you have a double, a treble front post, double, treble front post, double all the way across, and you start and end with 1 double crochet. Then you turn and you do a row of single crochet, and then your next row is 2 doubles, a treble, double, treble, double, treble, until you have 2 stitches left. So on one row you start and end with 1 double, and then you do your singles, and then you have 2 doubles, and then you do your singles, and then you have 1 double, singles, 2 doubles. So we would just chain 1, and you do your single crochets all the way across. Okay, so because we started with 2 doubles on this row, on this next one, it's 1 double. And you wrap twice, and you go down to this double crochet right here, and you do a front post treble. And then we're going to go down to this one. And then in your next one, you make a double. If you're ever confused about which stitch is which, it's always going to be slightly to the right if you're right-handed, and I do believe it's slightly to the left if you're left-handed. Because this is the double crochet that we're going to be going around, but this is actually the stitch. Slightly up. Goes like that. So it would be a treble, and then because we're doing that one, it's actually right there. And then we do this. Good, there you go. So again, once you start your rows with the treble crochet front post, the first one is one double at each end with alternating between front post, treble, and double. And then you do a row of singles, and then your next row is two doubles at the beginning and the end with alternating trebles and front post trebles and doubles, and then a single, and then you go back up to one, and then you do a single, then you do two doubles, always with alternating in between. And because this row is here, the next row should be there, and then this will be the next one, and then it'll be here. You didn't even see that. So they're always alternating. And the trebles are always around that row of double crochets. So I hope this has been an interesting stitch. And like I said, it is very similar to the Alpine, but slightly less dense. And if this is something new, I hope you enjoyed it. If it's an old friend, I hope you become reacquainted. And if you are not already subscribed, please do. I do tutorials on Saturdays. And on Wednesdays, I do Wednesday wrap-up where I talk about everything I've made, things I'm in the process of making, things I'm thinking of making, and I chit-chat. So, thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.